Hello, sorry, I was videoing on the other device and it failed. It did. We are talking about this and the idiotic behaviour of some people about this video here. That one. Welcome to the channel. Okay, part 2. This is part 2. So basically, this person, he is well within his right to walk his dog, and if the driver doesn't know that person, take right away above anything else on the road. I mean, that sounds like a moron. Take right away. And it's like, take right away. You take it. You know. So I'm kind of going over the common sense, you know, and what the highway code says as well. So it says it's up to you to cater, to enlighten yourself by reading and understanding the legally implementable words and workings of the highway code. So you can end up dead at the side of the road or in jail. The choice is yours. So it's just way back to the same thing again. I find this extremely annoying. When you're, you know, if you don't agree with me or something, you've got to put a case across. You know, you can't just repeat what you've just said earlier. So pedestrians don't have right of way over anything on the road. I mean, that's just dumb. I don't think they do. Of course they don't. I mean, you can go by the Scottish Green Communist Party. You can go by what they're saying. If you want to go by them, then yeah, surely, probably. You know, but except you won't be allowed out. You'll be in a 15-minute city and you won't be allowed out. Scotland will have been sold off. It's already been sold off. Scotland's already sold off. That's moronic, that. I might just delete that. I'll think about it, maybe answer it again. There's no point in answering the same thing over and over again, is there? You know? Right. So that was it there. This is a sensible person here. Tom Curry was down there earlier. What's illegal about the sign? Totally agree. Shouldn't be walking on the side facing traffic. So he's a sensible sort of person. So I answered it there. You know, it's a sensible person contributing to this. You know, so it's you know, you've got to go by the highway. Basically, what I'm saying is you've got to go by the highway code, and the highway code has been written. So what's fundamentally annoying me about a lot of things is that the government or the statutes and everything, or see, I can't really totally explain this correctly, but the laws and everything that's been established in the United Kingdom and throughout the Western world have been, you know, let's just talk about here in Scotland and the United Kingdom. They've been formulated, you know, for fairness for everyone, you know, as best as what's possible for everybody to go about their business. And then all these like radical nutters, extremists and everything got into politics. A result of feminism and a whole range of diversity, equality, cultural Marxism is creeping in, which is about tick box mentality. So you've got these incompetent morons in government, so they're changing things. So they're undoing the fair and proper rules and laws that were made up over the last 100 or 200-300 years. So they're sort of superseding them with stupidity, and so they'll come away with things. In Scotland, they've got these 20 miles per hour zones, and they're zones, and it's because they're not actually speed limits. So they've thought, oh, we need this, and we'll do this. And oh, how can we do it? Well, you can't do it lawfully. We'll do a zone. So it's under this people and places thing. And the thing we all must remember is people need to use vehicles to get to places. And that, if you're in a modern, you know, wealthy economy, so if you want to go back to some kind of previous scenario where people just wandered around on roads, there's an odd horse going about, but you've also got to accept the poverty that comes with that. God's sake, it's so difficult. Why do I have to, I can't even explain it properly at the moment, right? Maybe I could if I put more time to it. So why are they so thick? Ugh, you better be white. Why do I have to be white? That. Why do I have to be white? Oh, fuck knows. What the hell? Why do I have to be white? I don't know. Do I really look at this? Do I really have to look into this?
Welcome. Oh, I've got a learner driver here.
Sound white.
And this BMW driver, what a fanny. It's like, oh dear, how fast are we going to go? 20 miles per hour? Welcome. Oh, I've got a learner driver here.
Right, I have to be white. I don't get that at all. I don't get it. You better be white. Aggressive driving, question mark, when you were meant to give way but didn't. It's Milton Road. Probably. You're probably right.
Then.
I never said who was aggressive driving, did I?
I love them, they're great. And I just think it's sad, but it's their culture. They're not into dogs. From their culture, the religion that she's in is essentially from probably the Middle East. They're not into dogs, but well, I don't think they are. Well, not what I've observed. It's alright, I'll manage. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I'd already committed.
They're not very courteous, are they?
I'd already committed, to that. So there's cars parked on the left, and this car here, where the camera is, I'd already committed. So if somebody's already committed to, you should stop and let them do it.
Don't mind. Never fucking mind.
So the aggression was the rude gesture from the other person. But.
Your life in your hands driving through fucking.
So there's a lot of cars on the left. Right? So you're coming along. So there's a car there, so you stop.
They're great. And it's
not driving fast, as you can see.
Their culture. They're not into dogs.
Talking about dogs.
Their culture,
so
the religion
there's a van there.
Is essentially
this car comes, stop.
Probably the Middle East.
There's nothing coming. So you want me to sit there and wait all day? So I pull in there. There's nothing coming. Now the car comes. I could have pulled into that gap. I didn't. So this car should have stopped. The Vauxhall should have stopped, let me through.
They're not very courteous, are they?
Because right away, this was technically. I don't know about that. You need to look into that. I don't really want to get in an argument with this idiot. Too many question marks. The aggressive driving headline's probably a bit out of order of me to do that, but that's what gets the views. So it's like, right. Are you ready? We'll read this one first. In the most annoying time if you're driving a lorry, especially if they are walking in the bend. So this is a lorry driver. So this guy here, he's working for a living, driving a lorry, right? And he's got these numpties that think that they're free to wander around the roads. He's got a schedule to do, and what he's doing is probably fucking supplying goods for numpties like this. As they're walking the bend, you can't see you half the time. Got headphones in, they get a fright as the lorry passes, and sometimes they get startier and it's dangerous. Face traffic or fuck off the road. Couldn't agree more. You could do your spell checking a bit better, but never mind. So he's trying to make a living, and these idiots are going about telling everybody that people in places and everything. And he's trying to make a living, this lorry driver, and he's just fucking morons wandering around, and they're saying that the pedestrians come first and everything. But then the pedestrians are the types that are wanting all the shit that's in the lorry delivered right away, or else they'll start crying. Oh, I couldn't agree. They are irresponsible. They are irresponsible. That green agenda is irresponsible. And that's where it's coming from. It's coming from the green agenda. That's where these young people supporting this shit they're not waking up, because they're the ones that's going to be enslaved. You know, what am I going to do about this one? Is this a numpty? I think it probably is. Will Smith Oscars. I think this is a numpty. I don't think we're going to get anywhere debating this with this idiot. Yeah. I don't think we'll... Right, fucking block him. Show hidden comments. Show... It might be from the same person. What a gimp. Roundabout audit. Duh. Creep. Right, okay. So we'll do it correctly here. This isn't the most offensive comment I've had. But it's a hate comment. So what you do, and the mistake I made in the past was I would go and report it, but first thing to do, I need to publish it, right? And then report it, right? Report there. Now, the mistake I made in the past was I would try and do it all in there, and you can't report it appropriately when it's not been published. So there is a gimp. Is that over my sexuality? Hate speech. So, you know, you would then go so that actual comment gets supported, rather than if you do it in there. This is helpful for people who, I mean, most people probably. I'm not the brightest when it comes to computers and, you know, all this stuff, and I made a lot of mistakes with it, but I found out that is the way to do it. So you get the horrible comment in there, and then you put it in there, publish it. So it's going to be published briefly. So it's a bit weird, because you're actually publishing a horrible comment, you know, for a minute or so. But so I had the worst comment, probably one of the worst last week. This guy was calling me a beast and all sorts of things, really strange, and then doubling down and getting worse. And then I actually reported it the wrong way. I didn't actually report the comment. I reported him, so they won't do nothing about it. But at the end of the day, if you block them, you're fine. You know, I mean, if you want to go and report for a hate crime, you can. But do you really want the hassle? You know, Scotland's tightened up all this the Scottish government, so-called government, hate crime legislation. But who's it going to help? You know, is it going to make you feel better if you're in one of these minorities? You know, you're better just to move along and get away from people that don't like you, is what my advice is. But a lot of people won't agree with me, but you want to spend every day reporting people on hate crimes, because that's what it's going to be. And, you know, so it's gone too far, and I don't agree with it. So I don't know what this "you better be white" thing means. I really have no idea. There's a lot of people on substances, remember. Not really doing much, this person, eh? Not contributing much, Roxanne. I don't get that at all. Better be white. Right, so let's have a look at the dashboard. Right. 4483, better refresh the page. 4483. So we've gained 4480. 4483. So we've gained 3 overnight. I think some of these videos are good, yeah. I mean, let's have a look. Oh, come on. Get on with it, will you? Which was this one? That's the bridge at nearly. That's down. That's in Cumbria.
Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome to the channel.
Oh, shut up.
Right, we've just been looking at a little bridge, the one that nearly got me this morning.
Yeah, that's down there. Abbey Town, it's called, I think.
Because it perhaps stopped. Now we're going to get in trouble for turning round here. Some mad person come round and shout at me. Well, they can follow me all the way to Jockland if they want.
Jogger. Jogging along the road.
Jogger. Right,
So there you go, right, blah blah blah, please go and look at my videos. I'll try and maybe do some write-ups with them. I do so many of them, I don't really have time to really go over them all. Some of them I did, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, I'd really write a lot of stuff about it. and then you know. I mean, the thing about YouTube is people, you know, they think, well, what are you going to do with YouTube? Well, you just, what I'm doing is you're sharing, I'm exposing my life to you. Sounds really strange. And you're getting to see mostly what I get up to in my daily life. Events that I go to, stuff that I do, places I go, and mostly involves driving around. So that's my life, and that's what you get to see. You know, and I like to wander around as well. I like walking around and all sorts as well. So, like yesterday I was looking at a bridge from the side of the M74 that I've always seen, and I went to have a look at it, and I found it, and I couldn't get in because it's all fenced off. So I'm going to take a step ladder and climb over the fence, which is probably technically illegal. Well, it's not technically illegal. It's either illegal or it isn't illegal, but I think it might be illegal. So I'm trying to find that video to see where it is. It's probably here. Silith, nope. Lockerbie is probably there. Looking for a weird bridge. There it is. So, right, so where is it now? So, I videoed sort of like the journey looking for this bridge. Seen it from the side of the motorway, but you couldn't really see it because I couldn't turn the camera to the left. It's sort of. Let's see if I can get to it. I found it.
So we're trying to get out of this godforsaken hole.
Way up.
So
Yeah. There's that one. I found another bridge. Basically, it's a railway bridge.
Go this way.
There it is.
This way.
That's it there. That is it's the sort of thing you sort of see it through the motorway, but you think, what the hell is that? But the engineering involved with it is fucking pretty huge. You know, that.
That's it.
It's huge.
That's the bridge.
I've got a stabilisation problem with with that new camera app. It's stabilisation problem. It seems to jiggle a lot. I think it's actually that app because I don't remember having so much bother with that. But somebody sent me a link for a anti-stabilisation hold thing. It's £38, so I'll have a look at that. What else happened there?
Balfour Site Construction Award for the new.
That was me leaving.
Bridge. To the Balfour Beatty Construction, Scotland Line, negotiation of the precision planning and meticulous attention to detail in the centre of a precast concrete arch over the busy West Coast Line Railway.
Right, so there's the problem I've got, is that fence. So I could have probably climbed over it.
Down here.
There's a tree growing through it at some point that was a bit there. I could maybe have got a bit of purchase on and get up.
It's not jiggling around so much now.
I just decided not to, so climb over there and get away up there and have a look at the bridge surface from up there. I'm not sure if that's on the motorway or on the rail. It might be on the railways. Yeah, that's the law that I'd be breaking. Yeah, a bit tricky, isn't it? Really.
This is a bike lane.
That's a bike lane, that, yeah. That bit there. Bike lane. Nobody's fucking using it.
See me, I'm a considerate person. I stepped off the road. But that idiot's in that video that I've, the one that was going on about.
Yeah, I talked about that video, yeah.
Well, arrogant bastards walking on the road because people are more important than trucks and buses, according to them. It's quite an interesting little bit here. The fence is in good nick, like it was.
Yeah, the fence is good, yeah. There was no, I couldn't find any way of getting over that fence. So yeah, I think I'd be contravening the railway rather than the motorway. Probably going in there. I don't know. I don't know if it says there's a sign. I don't think there's a sign saying that you can't go in there. You're not actually on the railway line. You're on that ground. So yeah, that's what I did, and that was quite good. Okay, right, let's get going. Let's see how fires do. Oh. I have to get some breakfast in a minute, and then go and sort out what I've got to sort out. So that thing's kind of, yeah. Well, that was in the part one of this video. Sitting all the way up there like that. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye. Bye.
But with wartime steel shortages, engineers turn to a more readily available material.